The first batch of headliners are now all available, and in this video I'm going to be talking to you about which headliners are going to be the best to buy so that you can sell them later on for a nice profit. So picking out which ones are going to be the best investments. So just before we get into it, if you are new here, make sure that you do subscribe. I'm going to make lots more videos just like this one, talking to you guys about promos, showing you guys which players are the best to invest in, how to make coins during different promos, and also before the promos come out, how to prepare for them. Is the market going to go down? Is it going to go up? How it's going to be affected? So definitely make sure that you are subscribed so that you don't miss any of those future videos. So getting straight into this video now, what actually makes a headliners card a good investment? The things that you do need to look for is an individual player who actually is investable, because they are going to get a lot of informs, which is going to mean upgrades for this headliner card, because it does work the same way as a one-to-watch card. That is the way that it's going to get as many upgrades as possible, depending on how good the player is going to play in real life. And or you can also look for a team that is actually going to be able to win 4 league games in a row sometime soon, because that is going to be that one-time upgrade that is going to work for the headliners card, and that is going to mean that they are going to upgrade that one time, and it is going to allow you to actually sell it on for a very nice profit. And do be aware that actually getting the 4 wins league games in a row, that upgrade is actually better than getting the inform and the headliner just staying 1 rating ahead, if that does make sense. Because when they do actually get that 4 win streak, it is going to mean that this headliners card is actually going to be 2 ratings above any of those lower informs, anything like that. So it is going to make the card a lot more valuable. So do look out for that as well if you are actually going to be investing in these cards and looking for that perfect investment. But it is also going to depend on your budget. So for example, Lewandowski is pretty much perfect because he is always getting informs, always playing very good individually in real life, and also Bayern Munich are playing good. They are a huge team and they should be able to get 4 wins in a row very soon. They do have the next 4 league games for Bayern, do look decent, but unfortunately the 4th game, the last one that would get Lewandowski upgraded, is actually against RB Leipzig, who are actually first in the Bundesliga. So it is going to be a difficult match, but we are going to see there is still a chance, of course, for Bayern Munich to win that. But these cards are quite expensive. There is also Salah and Neymar. Those are kind of like obvious ones because they are such huge teams and they should be able to get that 4 league win streak, but they are expensive. So actually, when is the best time to buy these headliners cards, to invest in these cards? Because it is going to mean our profit margins are going to be higher, and also if anything does go wrong, we are going to be able to break even a lot more easier. So the best time is going to be when the hype is at its lowest point, when not too many people are going to be buying, and there is going to be maybe some people selling if we do see that a little bit. But it is going to be when they are still in packs, when they're still going to be supplied onto the market. More cards are going to get packed, therefore they're going to be going onto the market and then making them cheaper. So definitely we do know for sure before Friday is when we do need to buy them, but we still do have quite a lot, of course, kind of like a whole week before that. So actually, when is going to be the perfect time? When packs are being opened is when these cards should get lower at some times, and it is going to be kind of hourly, so make sure that you are going to be checking quite often. But I would recommend check at Sunday evening and also Monday, Tuesday. Those are going to be good points to check, but you do need to understand that you're not really going to get the perfect point. Even if it's not at the absolute lowest that they are going to reach, you should still be good, because people are still going to be buying, like all of a sudden panic buying when the headliner card is about to get upgraded, but you are going to get it long before that, a few weeks before, and it's still going to be a lot cheaper. So in the long scheme of things, you are actually going to be better off buying right now when they are still available in packs and still getting that a little bit of supply. So taking a look now which investments are going to be the best. Like I did mention, Salah, Neymar, they are very expensive, but they should get that 4 league win streak definitely before the end of the season. And taking a look now at some possibly cheaper alternatives, definitely you guys can find your own as well, but I would recommend Walker. Does look pretty good, like a great investment if he can get upgraded, because he is a top Premier League right back, has a lot of demand like we can see with even his inform card. And City have a tough next 4 games though, with Spurs and also Leicester, so that is kind of like a downside of this investment. But towards the end of the Premier League season, if you are going to be waiting long term, you can actually see there's a very good chance they're not really playing difficult teams, so they should definitely get an upgrade towards the end of the Premier League season, close to the last 4 games. games, but that is going to be a question if you are willing to wait or not. Then we do also have Alex Telles. He's always a card that has a lot of hype around him. I think there's a lot of demand. A lot of people are liking his new Headliners card, and I do think that this should be a good card to get. He should get upgraded in his league, that 4-league win streak as well. They are playing Benfica pretty much very soon, which might actually delay when he's actually going to get that 4-win streak, but we are going to see. It should still happen, in my opinion, sometime before the end of his season. So then we do also have Nelson Semedo. There is lots of demand for his card, like we did see with the hype from his inform. It's all about the hype around these cards, and I think when he is going to get an upgrade, it is going to be very significant, and he should definitely go up a lot in price. Then we do also have Nainggolan. He could be a good option on individual performance when he does get those informs, not for Cagliari because they haven't been playing good. I don't think they're going to get a 4-win streak by the end of the season, but Nainggolan definitely could get one on his informs, and there is also a lot of hype when he does get those informs. So if this Headliners does go to an 88, I do think there is going to be a lot of hype for that. And also you do need to try and look for that player that is going to be kind of like that people are not really talking about. I have seen some people say Vardy. He's quite cheap right now as well, one of the cheaper ones, around 150k when I'm making this video. It could work if he is going to get an inform, maybe if Leicester do go on a good form run, but we are going to see mainly these Headliners cards. It does depend on their form and how they are currently playing, which is why EA Sports have kind of done that. It is 4 wins in a row. A draw would kind of like disrupt that, and a draw wouldn't work. It would mess all of that up. EA Sports have been very specific with this, and they've intentionally done this as well. And the last thing I am going to recommend, if you do have some time, definitely go and do the player objective. They are second in the Bundesliga, so they should actually get 4 wins in a row by the end of the season to actually give him a nice upgrade. Let me know down in the comments below who you are going to be investing in, who you think the Headliners card is the best, that is underrated, that should be getting actually a few upgrades this FIFA. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.